Imagine this. Night, an empty kitchen, the phone screen shining like the moon, and you're opening the chat of the person who hurt you again. You know there's no salvation there, but your finger reaches anyway. In that moment, your mind whispers one more message and it will feel easier. It won't. You've already understood. Habits are like chains, and the brain loves to repeat familiar pain because it's predictable. Your relationship psychology right now is a loop of push and pull, like tides eating away the shore of your confidence. And here's the hard hit. Everything you were told about love and thinking is half a myth. The old belief sounded like this. Love is always about goodness, care, and harmony. The big idea. Love is often about power, about the exchange of significance, about an invisible communication of pain where emotions become currency. You love not only the person, you love their ability to confirm your inner story, even if that story is unworthiness. This isn't romance. These are neural pathways. They are habits of a brain that chooses the familiar over the useful. You're not broken. You're working exactly as your experience, memory, and survival rituals configured you. But we can rewire. And we'll start where pain teaches better than any teacher, with honesty toward yourself. Insight number 1. The value frame. Mini story, you write, and in response there is silence. 1 hour, 2, 3, and suddenly a short sorry was busy. What hurts isn't the delay. What hurts is the message. Your value is lower than you thought. The value frame is an invisible scale by which you measure each other. In relationships, it either breaks or builds confidence. Psychology is simple. The brain constantly scans for status signals. Who invests more? Who can walk away? Who sets the rhythm of communication? Philosophy is harsher. Love is a contract of meaning. Where you're made to wait, they're showing you your place. You love those who hurt you because with them your inner script, I must earn it, suddenly seems logical. Old survival habit. If I prove myself, I'll be chosen. New freedom habit. If I'm not chosen, I choose myself. Insight number 2. The scarcity hook. Mini story. When the person is close, you cool down. When they disappear, your brain blares like a siren. It isn't magic. It's dopamine and expectation violation. Unpredictable reinforcement is the strongest conditioning. Attraction grows not from consistency, but from almost replied, almost acknowledged, almost chose, and you become addicted not to the person, but to the dynamic of almost. Philosophically, it looks like this. You're in love with a possibility, not reality. With a shadow, not a body. Psychology says, to break the hook, you must reset the variable. Remove unpredictability. Return control of the rhythm to yourself. Tell yourself, I choose clarity even if it's sharp. I don't drink sweet poison. The mirror of confirmation. Mini story. In childhood, you had to pay for love with obedience, achievement, silence. Now you seek someone who will take the same payment. Then you feel at home. This isn't just emotion. It's thinking trained by pain. The mind loves a logical continuation of an old novel. The mirror of confirmation is when you're told again you are not enough, and your brain exhales familiar. Philosophy reminds, fate repeats until you read it. Reading is pain plus attention. You stop arguing with facts. This person doesn't know how to give. And you draw a new boundary. I don't pay for emptiness. Insight number 4. The power of de-individuation. Mini story. You don't see a person. You see a role. Rescuer, persecutor, victim. When they hurt you, the role grows brighter. And you no longer hear truth, only the myth of who they are. Relationship psychology whispers. Roles are crutches for insecurity. They support habits but steal freedom. Philosophy says, when you stop seeing the person, you stop being a person next to them. The practice is simple and ruthless. Return names to things. Not karmic bond, but neglect. Not difficult character, but disrespect. Names return power. Communication with reality heals stronger than mantras. Insight number 5. The attention economy. Mini story. You check profiles, stories, status, and pay with time like with coins. Love is a market. Don't romanticize it. What you invest in grows. What you ignore withers. Habit psychology says, attention cements neural pathways. The more you look, the stronger the trail. Philosophy adds, freedom is the right to choose an object of worship. If you feed a ghost, it becomes a god. Reclaim the budget. Spend attention on what enlarges your life. Body, work, thoughts, friends, path. Right now you may be angry at yourself, at them, at the world. Let anger be fuel, not a cage. Frustration is the system's signal. The settings are outdated. You're not too sensitive. You've endured too long. Awareness comes in steps. First, it hurts. Then, I see a pattern. And finally, I can choose differently. Here is your inner power. Not to suppress emotions, but to direct them. Your confidence isn't a wall, it's a vector. And this vector begins with 3 decisions you make today. First, I stop romanticizing ambiguity. Clarity is kindness to yourself. In communication, relationships, daily life. If a person wants to be there, it's visible. If not, it's heard in silence. Second, I take back my routine. Yes, it's boring, but the brain changes through rituals. Sleep, food, movement, creativity, these are the foundations that hold thinking. Habits heal as quietly as pain destroys. Third, I rebuild my reference group. Your people are your level. Beside respect, self-respect appears. This isn't about snobbery. It's about the ecology of the mind. You don't have to be strong next to those who make you weak. Back to the myth. Love endures all. No, love distinguishes. It distinguishes where there is growth and where there is destruction. Love is not only emotions. It's thinking plus actions. It's psychology plus boundaries. You can love and leave. That's not betrayal. That's loyalty to yourself. You can say no without explanations. That's mature communication. You can stop assigning yourself other people's wounds. That's not coldness, it's hygiene of the soul. Right now you may be thinking, what if they change? People do change, but not under the pressure of someone else's pain, under the weight of their own responsibility. Your responsibility is not to save, but to choose. Your freedom is not to avenge, but to stop paying attention. Remember the value frame, you are not a half, you are whole. Remember the scarcity hook. Unpredictability is not passion, it's a casino. Remember the mirror of confirmation. The familiar is not necessarily yours. Remember de-individuation. Look at the person, not the role. Remember the attention economy. Invest in life, not illusion. Now you put the phone down, and you feel a slight fear. It isn't emptiness, it's space. In this space, your brain learns a new rhythm. Your mind gathers you anew. Your emotions stop being blackmail and become navigation. You choose relationships where attraction is built not on pain but on respect. You build habits that don't hide you from the world, but connect you to it. You form a mindset where confidence is the choice to repeat what's right. You say, I deserve clarity. I deserve warmth. I deserve honest communication. And yes, sometimes you'll slip, but now you know where to return. To your true self. The conclusion is simple and sharp. We love those who hurt us as long as the pain serves our old story. When the story changes, love changes too. One line in farewell. I choose myself so loudly that the echo no longer sounds like someone's footsteps.